again, like I said, my name is Jolie. Please feel free to ask any questions you have along the way. And I'm supposed to ask everybody to introduce themselves, but y'all, there's 255 people on this Zoom right as of right now. So we're going to hold that and then we will see how it goes. Okay. Oops. All right. So as you begin Ignite, you're going to really learn all this information at a really high level. So don't get worried. Don't get worried too much. Oh, and does everybody, you know what? One more important question. Do you all have the workbooks? Did you all get the links for the workbooks?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yes.
If anybody needs them, I am going to paste the links into the chat. And okay, here we go. There's the links in the chat. If you do, did that link pop up? Let's see. Okay. Let me paste them again. Make sure they go in. Is that both? Wait, this is not both. This is just one. Okay, I have to scroll back up to the top. Okay, I'm going to put both links in the chat. And oh, weird. It should be pasting both. Okay, let me try this again. Oops. Oh, it's not letting me copy from here. Okay, weird. Okay. Very weird. Okay, let me do it again. Okay. I promise technology is everybody's friend. Okay. Okay, spark your career. Let me do this one first. Okay, this session is here. So, and then this is the next session that we are going to do after. Share, copy. Okay. All right, very good. So these are both. So if you do the first link is the first one that we're doing now, and the second link is the second session that we will be doing shortly. Okay, let me put this down here so that way we can get back. Okay. All right, so during Ignite, you're going to learn about KW culture and market center culture. You're going to engage with all these other agents that are here. We're also going to jump in on some of the resources that Keller Williams offers and help you create a vision for the future. So, okay. Gary Keller says in the MREA, do y'all know what the MREA is? It's the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, which is this book here, this red book, written by Gary Keller, Jay Papasan, and Dave Jenks. So MREA is kind of considered the real estate Bible, right? There's a lot of people that it's non-denominational, I like to call it. So it's not Keller Williams specific other than the colors. And it really is a guidebook in how to run a successful career. And Ignite pulls from a lot of Gary's books, like MREA, like Shift, like The One Thing. So a lot of the books really help formulate well, because I posted it. Wait, here's session 1. Okay. There's 2 links. So yeah, you're going to see, you have to click on each link. They're not together. So there's 2 separate links. Oh, MREA. Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller, Dave Jenks, and Jay Papasan. I have my background blurred, so. Anyways, okay, so you're going to learn all about that. Okay. Okay, so Gary Keller says anyone can do it, not everyone will. Will you? Who wants to share their thoughts on what that means? What does that mean? Anyone can do it, not everyone will. Will you?
I think it's about determination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because especially in this field, right, we're gonna get a lot of rejection. There's a lot of times that you're trying to make something happen and it might fall apart in the 11th hour. But you have to be determined to keep pushing forward, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And focusing on the goal. Ariana, you had your hand raised.
Yes, so I definitely agree with what the gentleman said. Sorry, I
Mhm.
forgot his name.
That's Will.
But I
No worries.
Will. Yeah. So yeah, that was great, Will. But I also wanted to add, I think that personality plays a really big role in this field as well. There's certain things which are just not exactly or entirely teachable. And I would
Mhm.
say that the biggest thing is personality. I mean, you can't
Take
make
that.
somebody become or like
Mhm.
to be a people person or
Oops.
to
Mm.
pick up calls every
Yeah.
day and like have the confidence to try to talk to people and build a
Mhm.
relationship. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, I
That's
love
good.
that. It really is, and there's different personality types, you'll learn that through Ignite as we go through all the sessions. And there are ways for people to adapt with different personality types, but yeah, definitely it takes a certain sense, certain amount of like, purpose to get up and do this job every day. Is it Sladana? And then we'll go Laura Lee, and then we'll move on.
Yes, it is. It's Slajana.
Oh.
I would say just like that everybody has potential, but not everybody will be using the word.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Thank you. That's really true. Yeah. Laura Lee?
Hi, sorry, I have my video turned off because I'm sick with a cold, but I believe it's mindset. I believe different personalities absolutely can adapt and actually bring new and interesting things and perspectives to each interaction and transaction. But mindset is what's going to take you all the way, and believing in yourself and believing in the, what you're doing, that no matter the circumstances or situations, that you can make it and you're going to bring amazing value to each and every one of your customers.
I love that. 1,050%. It is everyone, if you've ever noticed that, if you've read any business book, any great business book, not just real estate specific, most of the good ones start with mindset. Because it really is so important. You got to have your head in the game. You got to be right with yourself. And I'm sorry, Ashley and Frank, but I got to go on because we got time. So
Sorry,
thank
I
you.
just have a
Oh, yeah.
the link I got in my email with this Zoom link is a different workbook than what you just put in the chat.
What book is it?
I don't know, it looks different than what I can share the link that I got if you would like.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 sessions that we're covering today. So I wonder if you are looking at just one of the 2. Oh, did I send all the links for session 3? Let's see what happens here if I click this. Oh, okay. Well, we're all going to see together because it opened on this screen. Okay, this is Spark Your Career. No, this is the first one. Did I not send this one to you guys? Well, click this one. If you don't have this book, then click this one. That was easy enough. Maybe I did do the same link for both 2 and 3, but this
Yeah,
is
I don't have that link. The participant guide.
okay. Well, use the one that's in the chat. Because she shared. So yeah, there you go. Okay. That's a correct one. To be fair, I was probably clicking the oh, where did my Zoom go? Oh no. You guys, technology is my friend. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, good. So do you see, and let me double check. Oh, I don't have that one handy. Okay. I probably put the same link. So are we all good now? This is oh, is that the slideshow? Yeah, that is the slideshow. Y'all have the slideshow. Weird. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just do session 1. We're going to start from, and I'm looking at the original links here. So I'm just going to do the PDF for session 1, copy link. Okay. This is direct from the source. So this is session 1. You should be able to open it. Oh, you know what? That's the instructor guide. No wonder. Okay. No, it's not. Oh my God. Yes, it is. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Technology is my friend. And this is the first one. Don't not come back because of today's session. That's what I have to say. I promise we will get it together. Okay. I was so prepared. Okay. Okay, let me do it again. Okay. Location, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, Pacific time. Okay. Let's do it again. Yeah, you know what? You guys are 100%. I was sharing the instructor view with you guys, which is not what you need. Okay. Let me do it again. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Well, welcome to Behind the Curtain. Okay, this is all the sessions, what I just shared with you. So that will probably, wait, what did participant guide? There you go. Good. You see participant guide? Do you see participant guide?
see-
Yes.
I see 6 personal
Yes.
perspectives.
Yes, but it says on the front homepage, not on the screen, the link
Oh,
I sent.
okay.
It says,
Yes.
it says skills to
Yes.
spark a great career. Participant guide. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
And we're back.
We're all on the
Okay.
same page.
Okay. Okay. Good grief. Okay.
Oops.
Oop.
Now we're all on a beach.
I know. Welcome to Florida. Welcome to Florida, y'all. Okay. Stop share. Let's do it again. Okay. And then I swear to God, I am a certified instructor. Oh my God. Okay. Y'all having a good day? Okay. Okay, here we go. Do it again. Okay. Now you see it? You see the cover? Or no, you don't. Never mind. Let me share. Present. Okay. Now you see it. Now we're back. Yes? Yes? 6 personal perspectives?
Yes.
Okay, y'all, we're back. Everybody has the right link. Everybody has all the things. Oh my God, y'all. Okay, here's a quick lesson. There's always something changing in the world of real estate. And there's always a surprise around the corner. So welcome to my day. Okay, anyways. Okay, 6 personal perspectives. I really love the 6 personal perspectives. This really, you don't see anything but a blank screen. A black screen. Do y'all see 6 personal perspectives?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Weird. Okay. I don't know why you're not seeing the screen. Weird. Okay. All right. 6 personal perspectives comes out of a book called The One Thing, which is also one of Gary Keller's books. And it's the key to success and abundance is what he believes. 6 personal perspectives are the ways that successful people who have come before us think and approach problems and challenges. So really it's all about mindset. Like I said, all the Gary books start with mindset. So these perspectives came from Gary Keller's research, and he was researching successful people across industry. It really wasn't just real estate specific. So the book, The One Thing, which I have somewhere not handy, but the book, The One Thing, is actually a general business mindset book. And it's not specific to real estate either. And it really, the bulk of it is about mindset. So from the answers that he got when he was interviewing all these people, he found that there were these 6 common perspectives. They all work together. They do not stand alone. So you can't really look at one of these perspectives. You really have to look at all 6 of them as a group, right? So now we're going to really, but now that we looked at all of them, we're going to kind of break them all down. So the first one is commit to self-mastery. But notice it says commit to self-mastery and not commit to mastery. So there's a difference. Self-mastery is the possession of great knowledge, skills, and habits that make you the master of you. When you achieve self-mastery, first of all, you know your goals, you know your strengths and weaknesses, you know how to work with both your strengths and weaknesses to seek and master the necessary knowledge, skills, and habits to reach your goals. So let me ask you guys this, and this is more rhetorical, but are you committed to self-mastery? I would say yes, since y'all are in the room, right? Just by showing up, you're committing to self-mastery. And I think that is incredible and should be celebrated. Okay, the second perspective is commit to the 80-20 principle. Have y'all heard, oh, going backwards. The 80-20 principle. Have we all heard of the 80-20 principle? Yes.
Yes.
So the idea
Yes.
that 20,
Yes.
Pareto.
yeah, see, that 20% of your actions lead to 80% of your results. It really is one of the most powerful principles and most common things you'll hear in the world of business and especially sales. It's about getting the most from your time and effort and about maximizing your results. So sometimes people will say, you know, do the 20% activity. Are you focused on your 20%? Are you focused on your top 20? Sometimes it's called the big rocks, or Gary Keller likes to call it the one thing. The book, The One Thing, there's the focusing question at the beginning. I wish I had a copy of it handy. It's what's the one thing such by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary. And that really is the 20%. As in real estate, what do you think, and raise your digital hand, what do you think is the most dollar producing activity of real estate agents?
Lead generation.
Yeah, lead gen. Yep. Oh, okay, put your hand down. Okay. Let's see, is everybody? I'm gonna mess up your name again. Sladana?
It's okay. That's actually
Okay.
my Canadian Sladana. Everybody's calling me. That's okay.
Okay.
Communication. I love talking to people.
Okay. And you think that's your number one communication?
Yeah.
How? Like, what about communication? Tell me more about what communication means.
Connection. Like
Connection. Okay.
Yeah, connecting with people.
Connecting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Connecting and doing what?
Oh, you catch me. Doing what? Learning about that.
Maybe connecting with people to discuss real estate and their real estate needs for now or in the future.
Eventually, yes, but that's not the first thing what you actually.
No, not
Yeah.
necessarily the first thing, but the purpose
Yes.
is something we like to call lead generation.
Yeah.
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 In real estate, our job as real estate agents is lead generation, lead follow-up, going on appointments, writing and negotiating contracts. That's it. That's our primary job description. Everything else can be outsourced, but those are the main core and most important things of real estate. Okay, the third perspective that top performers recognize and understand is how to move from E to P. This is one of my favorite of the 6 personal perspectives, and it means you're moving from entrepreneurial to purposeful. Oh yeah, how do you connect? We all like connecting, but how do you connect? We're going to talk a little bit about that in the second session. So yeah, okay. I like face-to-face myself as well. I think it goes in order: face-to-face, phone, text, or direct message, and then email at the end. That's my opinion. And other people have said that too, so I'm not alone. That's what the successful people say. Now, okay, so entrepreneurial to purposeful. This was a hard one for me to wrap my head around. I'll be perfectly honest, because I was like, no, we're all entrepreneurs in real estate, right? We're proud to be entrepreneurs. But really, when you're entrepreneurial, you're not focused. When you're purposeful, you're focused. And there's a big difference there. So remember, like when you were a kid, you got really good at maybe doing like cartwheels or something like that. And when you were doing cartwheels and flips, did having natural ability allow you to perform in a circus? So you could do a cartwheel and all of a sudden they were calling you to be in the circus? No, right? You need to practice, work with a coach for a while before you could perform in that circus, right? So we all will hit a ceiling of achievement, and that's really what's described here. You can't see my mouse, but on that, on the entrepreneurial side, on the entrepreneurial side, that number one, it's hitting the ceiling, right? And when you hit the ceiling of achievement, you have to break through. And the best way to break through is consistent action over time. And that's really, and then when you're being purposeful, you are being consistent, doing consistent activity, and that's going to help you break through. Does anybody raise your digital hand if you have ever experienced hitting a ceiling of achievement? Mm-hmm. And Natosha? Oh, you put your hand down. Okay. Sean? You got to unmute. Oh, Sean changed his mind. Tony?
Oh, I didn't change my mind. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't realize you were calling us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've all gotten to the point where we were doing something and we got to where we needed leverage or we needed help or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, specifically, I can't think of any examples right now. I mean, full disclosure, I'm a team leader, productivity coach, broker at the market centers I work in. But I mean, in the beginning, yeah, I mean, you came to Ignite, you did what they told you to do, and you did it to a point, and then you got there and you either flattened out and that's where you were at because you were at your most, or you found leverage, or you found something else, you found a model or a system that would help you get to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah. And by like focusing on that, I think acknowledging maybe as well.
Well, acknowledging that you need help
Yeah.
when it comes to systems and models. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, you know, you're going to reach your own plateau, like somebody else mentioned earlier about your personality. Yeah, different personalities in the beginning, like an expressive personality is going to be very successful in the beginning, where an analytical person wants to figure out what they're trying to do before they get ready to do what they're going to do. But all personalities are going to get to a level of where they're going to need to embrace systems and models, or they're just going to be stagnant.
Yeah, for 1,050%. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great answer. And then Cindy with a Y and an I. You had your hand raised and then you went away. Did you change your mind? You can answer. Listen, we're not all going to be Sean on this Zoom.
Right. Well, for me, I've been in real estate for 30 years, but I was under the umbrella of a corporate situation. I was a broker for a builder, and it definitely, I hit a plateau just because of their systems, and there was only so much they would allow me to do, so much they would allow me to make. And so now that I broke off on my own, you know, the sky's the limit. But I definitely have a MAPS coach, and she's helped me tremendously. Try to, you know, you have to have, you know, P&L, and you have to do all these things. Don't like to do. And
for those doing the DTD too, last week was P&L week, my MCA's favorite week. Okay. But okay.
But yeah, plateaus, I think, in any career are common, and you know, we just have to break through, and like you're saying, get a coach to help you figure out why you're stagnant. So
150%. Listen, does Michael Jordan have a coach, or did he? Yes. Does Tiger Woods have a coach? Yes.
Absolutely.
Every amazing athlete has a coach, probably more than one. Most amazing, I wouldn't say every, but most amazing people in the business world have some sort of a coach, right? Or mentor type situation, but somebody that's going to ask the hard questions and really encourage them to get to the next level, expand their mindset. I have a coach. I have two coaches. So one paid coach, and then my husband. So I have two, but yeah. So anyways, I love that. Thank you guys so much for sharing. That was really good. Okay. Ignite is going to help you start your business. It's going to help you grow your business and help you move from entrepreneurial to purposeful with mindset. And Bill, like you said, models, systems, and Sean, I'm sorry. And then Cindy, breakthroughs. So I love that. Love that. Okay. This one, shockingly, is my favorite of the personal perspectives. Being a learning-based agent, bring learning-based agent the foundation of your action plan. So a learning-based individual appreciates learning for their own improvement. We like to say, are you learning for learning's sake, or are you learning for doing's sake? And there's a big difference in there. There's lots of agents in my experience that attend classes and trainings and all these things, and they want to learn all the things and then sometimes never get into action. This is a business of action, of doing the things. And I'm not saying it's not important to learn and know. We have to know our contracts, Sean. We have to know our contracts. We have to know the right and wrong. We have to know not to have that conversation with our broker. Although I feel like if you're not having a conversation with your broker once a quarter, you're not selling enough houses. So shout out to me. I have that minimum conversation once a quarter. But I also think that we can learn, but the biggest learning to me comes through implementation. Okay, I'm going to say something a little bit controversial in a group of realtors, but I think that real estate agents succeed at a high level if they practice the words that they're saying, otherwise known as script practice, otherwise known as scripts and role play. And in 2024, apparently we're supposed to call it conversation practice. And it wasn't until maybe 3 years ago, 4 years, maybe 3, like in the COVID, a year into COVID, that I really, really, really got heavily invested in scripts and role play practice, conversation practice. And it has really changed a lot of my business. It's made me more efficient. And I think a better real estate agent, a better coach. I'm in a minimum of 4 conversation practices a week. And for those that are like, oh my God, yeah, script practice, don't like it. I guarantee you have scripts that you have said over and over and over again. You just don't realize that they're scripts. But you've learned certain things that you say, like when working with a buyer or working with a seller, and you might find yourself saying the same thing over and over again. These are scripts that you might have made up in your head, but you say them over and over and you practice them enough in the real world, then they become scripts. Yes, Sean, absolutely. And how you say it. Listen, Phil Jones, my self-proclaimed BFF, he shared one of my Instagram posts. So we're best friends now. So Phil M. Jones, the author of Exactly What to Say and Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agent, and the new Keller Williams mascot, apparently. He said all the things. He says the worst time to think about what you're trying to say is in the moment that you're trying to say it. I know, mind blowing, but he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. So training and education is a big part of moving forward to attain your goals and succeed at a high level. And learning-based agents commit to the process of growing their skill set, but we also get into action. And that's really where the true learning happens in this industry. I had an agent last year ask me, again, 24 years in the real estate industry, when do you feel like you knew all the answers? Ask me next week. I had things come up this week that I'm like, never had that happen before, had to figure it out, right? Now, I can pull from experience and resolve things and figure it out, but listen, never had COVID before. Had to figure that one out. So there you go. Okay. Remove your limiting beliefs. This is a good one. This is a hard one too, right? High achievers remove their limiting beliefs that hold them back. So what are limiting beliefs? I don't have time for training. You know what? I just can't be successful in this market. It's the market. It's not me. No way can I devote 3 hours to lead generation. These are all limiting beliefs. Everybody has limiting beliefs, but the first step is recognizing that you have the limiting beliefs. And then you can change the thoughts in your head, right? So I have to be an expert and know everything before I can begin my business. That also means I'm not valid yet. Listen, you are valid. I don't know what state y'all are in and what your licensing laws look like and how long you had to be in a real estate course. I don't care what state, that course was hard. That test. Now I've gotten my license in 3 different states, Florida, Georgia, and Michigan. Georgia, I don't have anymore, but the test is hard, y'all. You did that and you're here. So you know something. If you say, I don't know how I can achieve a profit goal that will fund my life this year, that's a limiting belief. Figure out what track your numbers. Put on my coaching hat, track your numbers, track your conversion rates, and you will have a profitable business because you'll know track your conversion rates and then actually follow through on your lead generation, right? So in order to successfully develop at a higher level, you have to clear your mind of limiting beliefs. And this is one of the hardest things to get past. It really is, because we constantly have that voice in our head that's saying you're not good enough, you need to know more, you need to figure it out, you need to read another book, attend another training. Nope, I promise. You just need to get into action. The more people that you speak with, the more experience that you'll get. So, yes, having a big yes. Listen, you have to be attached to your purpose, your purpose and your why, your purpose, your goal. It has to be big enough or important enough. It doesn't have to necessarily be super huge, but it has to be important enough to you that you're willing to do the hard things. A lot of people get into real estate as a second career or as a dual career agent. If you have a full-time job, you have certain things that you're required to do. You have to be there at a certain time. You have to complete certain tasks. You can leave at a certain time for the most part, right? What happens if you don't do any of those things? You probably get fired, right? In real estate, because we're our own boss in charge of our own selves, it's really easy to not do the things that we have to do. And it's really easy to let our limiting beliefs get to us. So your purpose, your goal, like whenever I sit down and I do the economic model, which you'll learn about later on in Ignite, but whenever I do the economic model with my agents in coaching, I ask them, here's the question, Sean, you'll love this too. I say, okay, what's your financial goal for the year? Now we're working on 2025. How much money do you want to make in 2025? And you can't say $100,000. Gets them every time. They're like, well, what do you mean I can't say $100,000? Listen, because every realtor starts and they say, I want to make $100,000 because it sounds like a really cool number. Okay, well, why $100,000? And then we figure it out, and it might be $82,000. It might be $145.52. I don't know. We figure it out, and you figure out what's important about that number, what's important about your goals. And yes, what does that represent you and your family? I say, well, what's important about that? What's important about that? And what's important about that? It's called going 3 deep. You'll learn that hopefully later on at some point. But we try to figure out what's important about it because it has to mean something. You have to be able to smell it and taste it and feel it in your gut. And that's what's going to help you get up every day and talk to more people. Because those of you that have had your real estate license for more than a year, if I said, now this is going to be this is terrible. Listen, I'm going to say it, it's going to be terrible. So I'll ask for forgiveness after. Somebody calls you up and they have taken one of your family members hostage and they said they are going to pew your family member unless you take a listing in the next 5 days. You going to take a listing in the next 5 days? Bet you would. You'd figure it out. Even if you have a stick a sign in your own yard, you'd figure it out. Right? So that's what our purpose has to mean to us. And if you sit down with your coach and you go through this conversation and you don't shed a tear, maybe find a new coach. No, I'm not saying that, but I mean, it can be a very, emotional, but listen, we are in it to change lives in this industry. You have to be in it too. So anyhow, I'm getting off my soapbox now. Okay. Be accountable. Here's my little coach self again. Be accountable. You know who you can't be? Okay. And McFerrin said holding yourself accountable. Guess what? That's pretty much a lie. It's impossible, I think, in some ways for us to, it's impossible for us to hold ourselves accountable because ourselves are the first one to make an excuse. You know what? I really wasn't feeling well today. I have a headache. You know, I really have to organize that closet that I've been meaning to organize for the last 3 years. Today's the day I'm going to do it. I don't have time to do my lead generation. So no, you cannot hold yourself accountable. You have to be self-motivated, but accountability has to come from outside. And as somebody married to a also a sales coach and trainer, I would say probably not your spouse, although your spouse is going to definitely hold you accountable. You know who will hold you accountable? Your 12-year-old daughter. She'll hold you accountable. Because if you tell her, we're going to do this, if I do this, they would tell a kid that if the kid helps you or they keep you focused on doing X, Y, and Z, you're going to go to Disney World. They're going to hold you accountable, but also your bank account will hold you accountable. But again, a person, because your bank account is just going to happen. But a person will say, what'd you do today? What'd you do today to be successful? I like to say when it comes to setting our daily goals, at the end of the day, what are you going to look back in the day and say, today I found success. I'm proud of myself today. And it doesn't have to mean getting a new listing or signing a new buyer client or selling a house. But what were you really proud of yourself for today? And if at the end of the day, you're like, I'm not super proud, then tomorrow's a new day and figure out what you can accomplish. What's the one thing such by doing it, you'll make yourself proud at the end of the day. Okay, so your vision for the future. So in your participation guide, there is, and I don't have it up now on my screen. In your participation guide, there is an exercise for you to do to help visualize your big future. So either take a piece of paper, because I think most of you all have, I don't know if anybody printed it out, but get a piece of paper if you have one. Get out your phone. Don't look at your Facebook. Open the notes and write in there or on your computer. Imagine 1 year from today and write that date. So 1 year from today is September the 10th, 2025. So today is September 10th, 2025. Your business is thriving and your life is everything you've dreamed of. Your customers rave about the experience and value you provide and think of you when they have a real estate need. Still people coming in the room. Your family and friends are so proud of your success and are constantly referring business your way. You're helping others live their dream of owning a home because you are focused on helping them get what they desire. You're building the foundation and momentum for your entire career and gaining relationships and experiences that make the income you desire. You are the top agent in your market center or rookie of the year if you're new. You're poised to hire a part-time assistant and to handle your 80% while you take care of the 20% that grows your business. You are on the path to what? You are on the path to what? Write that down, whatever that is in your heart. Can you picture it? Can you feel it? If you close your eyes, can you see it around you? Yep. Thanks. Be very, very, very specific. Taste it, smell it, feel it. Gary Keller says we can be anywhere we want to be in 5 years. 1 year is your path to get there. Have we all written something down? Is it something so strong you can taste it? How does that make you feel? Who wants to share? We had a couple of the thing. Financial freedom, changing, and financial freedom, Don, I would say, what does that mean? That's what I would ask you, what does financial freedom mean? Figure out your number. Mark King, the previous president of Keller Williams, does a wealth building Facebook Live every Friday at 8:30. Look it up, Mark King, Wealth Building 2.0. I don't know what it's called, but it has those words. He likes to talk about what is your freedom number. And I would challenge you, Don, to come up with your freedom number. Yes, Sean.
Well, my goal is going to be a little different than everybody else's, obviously the role I'm in, but you know, what I wrote down is that I want to be net 100 agents by next year.
Me too. Me too, Sean. Let's do it. Yes. Oh my God. We'd be up on the big stage. We'd be up on the big stage. I love that. Yes. And that's that's so specific. And see what Sean did was he made it very specific. It's a specific number. And he knows, here's the thing, he knows what he has to do to get that number. And you can work with your coach or your team leader or, you know, somebody like that to figure out how to work backwards and achieve that goal. Because it's totally possible. I'll be tired, but it's possible. So yeah. Okay.
Well, you know, so let's be honest, like I say, when you're starting out as a new agent, usually you say everybody throws the $100,000 number at it. But you know, come up with a number that's important to you, and then you know, your coach or whoever you're working with, your PC coach, your team leader, or whoever else can sit down and reverse engineer those numbers down to daily contacts.
That's
How many people do you need to talk to a day to reach that number? But you have to come up with a number, and then you have to have the support system around it to say why that's important and what it means to you. So just saying financial freedom or something like that. And I appreciate all that. And I'm not, you know, trying to, but you have to be more specific than that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have that conversation all day long with the agents. And then Jeremy also said, changing the trajectory of my family's life. What does that mean? Figure out specific, you know, goals. There's something called a SMART goal, S-M-A-R-T, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. If your goal doesn't meet all those criteria, it's not clear enough. My door was opening back there. Again, time regained. And what does that mean? How much time? What are you going to do with that time? Right? Heather, I'm a dual career agent. I would like to leave my job. Okay, when? How much money do you have to have in the bank for that to happen? Ability to have my wife not have to work full time. Well, how much money do you need to have in the bank for that to happen? Be specific. I only have a number of deals a year. Well, what does that mean? I don't know what market you're in, right? You could be in California and you have to sell 2 houses. Or you could be working the Detroit downtown market and have to sell like 350 for that same income, right? You know, so be specific. Yeah, Frank, exactly. The more personal and specific, the better. SMART. It's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Specific, measurable, achievable. See if I can spell. Okay. Realistic. I'm typing it in the chat. And time bound. There we go. S-M-A-R-T. Now, notice I have to count on my hands to say it. I've known about SMART goals for years, and I still have to count on my hands to say it. So I also have a recipe that takes 5 ingredients, and I have to count them out on my hands to remember the recipe. And I've been making that for like 30 years. So, okay. Okay, I'm on the path to freedom from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. job, making someone else's life easier. $125,000 to leave my current job. Excellent. Love, 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 love. Now, get with your productivity coach, your coach, your team leader, and exactly like Sean said, re-engineer that. Plug it into the economic model. There's spreadsheets you can download from Connect. or you can get a PDF and use a calculator, but I don't know why. The MREA, well, it's from the MREA, yes. But yeah, again, you could use the economic here, but then you have to use a pen and a calculator. I'd rather use a spreadsheet. Or guess what? Command goal set. I don't like it. I am grateful that we don't have green sheets anymore. I was always in check jail because I was either missing something or my math was not mathing. If I could have paid my MCA to do that for me, I would have. Anywho, we have the technology, use it. Technology is our friend. Okay. Oh, relevant. R is relevant. What did I say? Did I say something else? Realistic, relevant. Thank you, Andrew. Fact checking live. Okay. Listen, I was pulling it out of my head, and realistic is pretty close to relevant. They're very similar words. Okay. Okay. So let's expand our thinking beyond the year. So now we're going to go bigger. So what are you doing? A lot of your goals said this, that your goals here that you plugged in said this. What are you doing for the people around you? What charities would you support? How would you make the lives of you and everyone around you better? So now we're going to take a minute in your participant guide, or just look at the screen, because I know that you're probably like, I know some of y'all have Facebook open on your screen also. I know that to be true. So I would ask that we focus for just a minute back on me and back on the screen. So you're going to take a minute and complete the chart in your participation guide, or you could write it down on a piece of paper, again, because you all are on your computer, right? And we have to, and you can do this later. This can be your homework. So fill in the people and projects that you care the most about. So it's 5. Come up with 5 people or projects that you care the most about. And again, this can be your homework. You can add more boxes if you need to. And add an amount that you would like to spend on each of those things. And then add all that up and put the number in the middle. And guess what? That is almost, I would almost consider that your freedom number. That's your goal. And take all those numbers and add them up to your lifestyle, your debt, your investment. So there's an idea called the lid, and it was developed by Sean went away. He could tell me, I feel like it might have been, it wasn't John Maxwell. Who came up with the lid?
It is John Maxwell.
Is it John Maxwell?
The law of the lid, yeah. It's the first
okay,
law
perfect.
it's the first law of the 16 irrefutable laws of leadership.
Yes, okay. I'm so proud of myself that I remembered who that was. I have so many quotes from so many people stuck in my brain. John Maxwell, first of all, shout out John Maxwell. Incredible. Okay. He's going to be speaking in Colorado next week. And I wish I could go. He's keynoting at an event in Colorado. Okay. So figure out your lid. Your lid is your lifestyle, investments, and debt. That's your lid number. That's what you need in theory to survive, right? So add up all the numbers and put that in the middle box. And don't limit. Don't just say like, you know what? I know I put, what does it say? $120,000 in tuition, but yeah, for 1 year. I know I put, well, no, this is like a life thing. This is not 1 year. This is life. Pay off your mortgage. You're not necessarily going to do that in a year, right? This is your life financial goal. Like my husband and I were just talking about, like, how much would I have to make to retire him? There's numbers involved there, right? And so be super, that it's not, listen, LID, your lifestyle. So that's your day-to-day bills, your debt, or investments in debt. Lifestyle, investment, debt is your lid number. So yeah, figure out what this big number is, and then you can reverse engineer that. Maybe divide it by 5, maybe use some crazy calculation where you're leveling up. So maybe don't exactly divide by 5, but again, math, I can't figure that out. ChatGPT probably could. Just saying. Does anybody have any ahas so far? as we come closer to the end of this session? Tamika, you have an aha? Tamika? No. You have an aha, but you're going to keep it to yourself. Understood. Okay. So it's important to really get that mindset of caring and gratitude at the beginning of this journey. And even if you're not at the beginning of your real estate journey, listen, today counts day one of starting over. Even jobs that you love have moments where you struggle to find that motivation. So Ignite, you're going to learn a lot about the ins and outs of how to find and keep business. You'll learn everything you need to do to get a deal to the closing table. That's the contract to close period. That's one of the biggest things that we do as real estate agents. It's called bulletproofing the transaction in this program. That's where we earn our money. Tell you what, contract to close. So the more connected you are with what you want to do with your success, the more you'll find that success. Okay, Gary Keller says to achieve success, you need motivation and inspiration for doing it. Like we were talking about your big why. So we believe in thinking big at Keller Williams. We try not to limit ourselves by thinking average or anything less. Think big. And the I adjourn late due to a tech error. Sujit, connect with the person that sent you the link for this, who invited you here. That's going to be your best bet. Okay, your big why and what you're most passionate about, along with your mindset and attitude, is going to be what drives you in this business. What stirs your souls? These are things that we were already talking about. Think beyond your business. What really drives you? Is it money, freedom? Now, this is an exercise that could take you all day, couple of days, a week to figure out. I would encourage you to really drill down and figure out what your purpose is. What is going to drive you? Simon Sinek wrote a book called Find Your Why, and he's got a TED Talk. You can Google that on YouTube somewhere. Find Your Why, incredibly powerful book. I did a workshop a few years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago, on finding your why. Incredible experience. And guess what? Your why, I like to say it's written in pencil, not pen. Your why can change. Your purpose, what drives you, can change. Because what might be important and most important today might not be what's most important next month or a year from now. I know some people that will sit down quarterly and figure out, am I still on track? Yes, start with why. Did I say find your why? Start with why. Simon Sinek. So there's an I. Sinek. This. Yeah, Simon Sinek. Listen, take everything that I say with a grain of salt and talk to text whatever I'm saying, and then Google will correct me. That's what we'll do. Okay. So once you have a strong enough big why, the how shows up. That's what we like to say. When your why is big enough, the how shows up. Because again, remember, you have to get that listing this week. You're going to figure it out. Okay. Now we're going to talk about math. Where do your commission dollars go? So we all know about gross commission income. If your why isn't big enough, your excuses will be, That's right. If your accountability partner is you, your excuses will win. All right, commission. So GCI. Well, listen, it is now September of 2024. Your commission dollars do not necessarily go to the other agent. All commissions are negotiable and not set in stone. Okay. Am I compliant? Okay. So your commission dollars may or may not go to the other agent. We don't know. It depends on what it says in your contract. I don't know. Okay. With your seller or with your buyer. I don't know. Your commission dollars go to your market center until you cap. They go to your business expenses. The model says 30%. 30% goes to business expenses, taxes. The model says 30%. My husband says 50. But to make sure there's a buffer. And then the 40% is your take home. And that becomes your profit. Okay. What is happening here? Okay. So we know how much you need to earn to pay for things, a lid, we've already talked about that. So how do commissions work? Again, this is not looking good. Okay. We'll get you there. We'll get you there, Sammy. Okay. Okay. So how much is going to go towards your goal? So these numbers are very general. This is just an example. Commissions are set in stone and not determined by, what is it? Not determined by law or something, whatever. Commissions are negotiable and are not set in stone. Okay. This is just an example, for example's sake. And I'm nervous because I click through on these. I haven't taught this in a little while. And now I don't remember if it's going to say numbers. I don't think it does. If it does, just fade them out in your brain. Okay. Okay. Oops. So all this stuff, the other agent, so let me go backwards. Let me say this. Okay. So we're going to say the other agent commissions are, it looks like 50-50. It could be 32, 48, whatever that number is, 68. I don't know. Okay. Commissions are negotiable. Your market center, your business expenses, your taxes. And this is what you're left with. So to get your share, it's a lot different than thinking you're getting the full commission. And the general public doesn't realize this either, which I feel like for transparency's sake, we should go on an education tour and tell the public exactly how much we make from that big number, that big fancy number that shows up on the closing statement. So even if you're capped, when the Y is big enough, the house shows up. Ashley, that's what I said. I didn't make that up. I heard that from other people. It's probably Gary Keller. He knows something about something. Okay. So how many houses must you sell in the next 12 months to reach your net income goal? So here's the math. Again, bust out your calculator, figure it out. Net income goal, if your goal is $100,000, y'all know I don't like that, but this is what the slide says, so we're going with it. Company dollar and royalty cap, $30,000. Again, this is market dependent. Business expenses, and then you add those together, and that gives you your gross commission income goal. Excuse me, goal. Then you figure out your average commission. Divide your GCI by your average commission, and that tells you how many houses you need to sell. That's a pretty simple version. The economic model will go through, all the way down to how many appointments you need to go on. Command will help you figure, Command or your coach will help you figure out how many phone calls, or how many conversations you need to have in order to reach your goals. Again, conversation can be face-to-face, on the phone, voice-to-voice, text or direct message, and email. As long as it's two-way. It doesn't count if they didn't reply. Okay. People are still coming in this room. It's crazy. Okay. So in your participant guide or on the screen, so again, this is homework. You can figure out your net income goal, your company dollar and royalty cap. If you don't know what that is, get with your team leader or MCI. But you should know what that is at least. Your business expenses. You might not know. Listen, P&L week was last week. Who has a P&L? Who doesn't like doing a P&L? Who relies on the CPA to do your P&L? Okay, so anyways, I would strongly recommend figuring this out. That's the way you're going to have response from a decision-making adult. Okay, yeah. Don't like it. But anyways, this is really what's going to help. this is going to help you have a predictable business. Once you know your numbers, you'll be able to predict how much money you're going to make the first quarter of next year. Ahas. What do we got? Y'all are stunned into silence. That's what happened. We talked about money and I lost you. We might actually, we were at 288 at one point. Now we're at 270. I started saying numbers and the people started leaving. Yeah,
Hey, if I can say one thing.
Yes.
What you're showing on the screen does not match what the workbook is. Just so you know.
Because commissions are negotiable, my friend.
Well, no. They're doing lead generations, all your basic stuff. So it's completely different than what your screen is showing.
Are you looking at session 1?
Yeah. It started off right, and then somehow it got kind of changed.
Weird.
It is.
If you scroll up one page, it should be there.
No, it's not. Turn ahas into achievement. Daily success.
That's what we're on now.
Yeah. The daily success.
Page 16 and 17. On page 17. The room is saying. I don't have the participant guide printed.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Okay.
Your guide is flawed. All right, so that was your aha.
I know how to do it. I'm just saying. Okay.
No, it just skipped a lot on the presentation that I have as well. So, yeah.
Okay.
But I did 17 and
bottom of page 17. Oh, is asking for ahas. What is page 16 saying?
16 that I have has the big life. Your big life was 16.
Okay, well, some people are saying 16. That's weird. Are you looking at session 1 or session 3?
Session 1.
Mark King, Wealth Building 2.0. MARCKING. Okay. Somebody had their hand raised. Who was that? Was that April? Yeah. What's up? What's your
Yes, it was. Just everything that you've been saying is really good to me. But I think what's really sticking out is that you really do need to write things down, like your goals for the year, quantify things, numbers, accountability partners. You have to really write your goals down to make it more tangible.
Yeah.
So that you can really see things come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think for me, sometimes I keep a lot of things in my head. You kind of know where your goals are to yourself, but you really do have to talk them out in order to really, see them unfold in a better way.
Yeah, you do. You need to really almost experience it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like what did you say? See it, smell it,
feel it, taste it.
Feel it. Yeah, that was really good to me.
Yeah, you have to really experience it. Definitely have to know your numbers to have an entire view of your business. I'm the same way. I try to do everything in my head, but I call it listen. My head is like the tabs on my computer.
Right.
Nobody can understand any of that mess. So, okay, here is this screen. This is the secret to success for Ignite. I promise. When you see all these statistics and agents who do Ignite, see this % growth and all this stuff, it's the agents that do these activities. This is the secret to Ignite. You can learn all the things. Remember, learning based, learning for learning's sake or learning for doing sake. This is the doing. How track how many conversations. It's suggesting 10 per day. How many contacts added to your database out of 10? How many handwritten notes out of 10? Now, again, it's 2024. I might consider a direct message a handwritten note in 2024. That's just me. Don't tell anybody I said that, but I might. Social media engagement can also include direct message, but there is a power in handwritten notes, I will tell you. People love, could you imagine getting a card in the mail versus like junk mail or a bill? Cards are lovely to receive. Especially if you send a card with a picture of their kid on it. People love that. There's all kinds of things you can use out in the world. People are still coming in this Zoom. Do they realize they're late? Okay. 10.5.1 of social media enrichments. And then you're going to talk later about appointments, agreements, and closing. This is where we're at right now. The first job of real estate is lead generation, right? Okay. When we do our lead generation, we want to do so in a TCPA compliant way. What does that mean? If they're on the do not call list, don't call them. Don't look up, oh, Amy, I love that. Her grandma had her write handwritten notes every summer. That's nice. I love that. But okay, if you find phone numbers on the internet and you have not cross-referenced the do not call list, don't call them unless you have been given specific permission to call them. If they filled out a form or they called you first. Gray area, I'm going to say it, but I feel like for sale by owners are up for grabs because they're advertising their phone number. Some people will say no, some people will say yes. I feel like they're asking for phone calls. If you want to work expired listings or circle prospecting or 10.5.1, sorry, 10 reactions, 5 comments, and 1 direct message. I should have said that. I should have clarified. So 10 reactions. So like, love, laugh, whatever. Live, laugh, love. 5 comments and 1 direct message at a minimum. I find, listen, the direct message, if they respond, becomes a contact. So take that for what it is, what it's worth. Okay, we all understand not to if you're going to make phone calls, do so in a TCPA compliant way. Jason Abrams would be proud that I said that. If you ever listen to him talk about anything lead gen, he'll say in a TCPA compliant way. Okay. So the daily success systems requires that we have conversations with people every day. So it is important to know what to say. The worst time to think about what to say is in the moment you're trying to say it. It's so important to understand the power of the words that we use, and practicing conversations every day is so, so, so important. Get with your office or your team leader or whoever in your office might run scripts. I will put my email in the chat if you want a list of script practices that are held all over the country at various times of the day. Send me an email and ask for scripts. Oh, I don't know what I just copied and pasted that thing. Ignore my copy paste, but email me. Okay. Okay, here are some common phrases that you might want to use. Did you find everything you're looking for? This is what you would hear in a, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Go ahead, look around. Please let me know if I can help you. I see you admiring that big screen TV. Are you looking to get one for the big game this weekend? Have you heard these before? Maybe on Thursday, prepping for football? These are phrases that we see sometimes in the sales industry, right? And these questions should be seen as essential questions to getting their job done. You always want to try to be customer oriented, right? Think about them, not you. They're interested in them. They're not interested in you. Okay. Who knows what a sphere of influence is, or an SOI? Randall, you're going to have to email me because there's no way I'm going to be able to capture emails. Your people that you connect with? Yeah. I'm going to either email y'all back tonight or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. Because I'm probably going to be getting like, there's 250 of you in here. Everyone, your sphere of influence. Yep. According to the National Association of Realtors, 66% of sellers and 41% of buyers found their agent through a friend, neighbor, or relative, or use an agent they had worked with before. And guess what? This is the freebie. This is the free way. Well, I mean, you can do events and stuff, but this is the cheapest way to lead generate. Is to connect with the people that already know, like, and trust you. It's so much easier to win the business of those who know, like, and trust you than anybody else. Now, this is a little bit outdated. This says people move every 7 to 10 years. Really, in 2024, it's up to like 15 years. People are in their houses a lot longer these days than they used to be. However, they always know people that are looking to make a move. And by adding people to your database every day grows that group. Yes, it sure does. Agents with an average of 201 contacts in their database earn $113,000 and $113,782 or something like that. There's a specific number. Ask your MCA or your tech trainer about the 201 Plus Club. But we know that people are in their houses a little bit longer than they used to be. And we want to be there when a life event happens. Sometimes it's called the 4Ds. Diamonds, divorce, diapers, and death. Diamonds, somebody got engaged or is getting married. Diapers, they had a baby. Divorce, death. Those are big chunks of reasons why somebody suddenly would want to move. Right? So we want to be in front of them when that happens. So when you have the conversation, there's the Ford conversation. The Ford conversation is family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. I'm actually, prospecting for an event is an excellent way to connect with you. People like to win stuff and do stuff. Make it fun. I always say with lead generation, do what you love, just be purposeful about it. If you love knocking on doors, go for it. Be purposeful about it. Track your numbers. Know how many doors you need to knock on in order to get a listing. If you want to call expireds or for sale by owners, Emily Peckham has an incredible training on for sale by owners. You can Google her, and she, don't try to have me spell her name. Emily Peckham, Peckham or something like that. Whatever it is. I like networking. I like face-to-face. I like events. That's for me what's most important. I have a mom's group with over 3,000 members. Love that. That's my jam, right? That I run on Facebook. But I'm purposeful about it, right? I connect with them. So the Ford script, this is your basic on how to connect with people. FORD, family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. If you keep that in mind, and in your participant guide, you're going to have details about this. But if you keep that Ford, family, occupation, recreation, and dreams, that opens the door. There's a course that's through MAPS Coaching that I'm actually running right now in my office called Never Ending Referrals. And they talk about the Ford conversations all the time. Okay, who wants to share ahas from this section? Nobody? Nobody has any ahas? Y'all are again blown away. I can tell.
You look like you have a hand up.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Natasha. Natasha, you got to come off mute. Okay, Natasha does not have an aha. You are not muted. You can talk. Oh, I can't hear you. No, I cannot. You are not muted. Weird. Okay. All right. So now we are going to go a little bit behind the scenes again here, and I'm going to switch out to the other Slideshow. Okay, connect with your market. Okay. All right, can you see this new one, connect with your market? Yes? Yes, okay, perfect, success. Technology has become my friend. Okay, I'm gonna skip the first couple because we're gonna talk about some of this. You're gonna be like, last week or yesterday, so we're gonna skip all that. So here's the truth. It's been done in another, if it has been done in another market, it can be done in your market. Once it has been done, no matter where, it's just a matter of finding out how that can be possible in your world. This is a big limiting belief. Agents will be like, well, that won't work in my market. You just got to find out how to make it work. Somebody has done it. There's very few mysteries left in real estate. Okay, we know where we went. We know what the thing. Okay, know your market. Yeah, 70s. Oh, there's 70s. Thanks, Susie. Listen, the part, like I said, there's so much in my brain and then me having to regurgitate it. I remembered what John Maxwell said, so I consider that a win. Okay, so becoming a real estate expert is all about knowing your market and connecting. Yes, we're just doing you're going to do session 2 with another instructor. I'm in charge of 1 and 3. They decided these go together. I don't make up the rules. Okay, so becoming the real estate expert is all about knowing your market and connecting with the market in unique and consistent ways. So generally speaking, you can know your market factors on a macro level and on a micro level. So macro is like the whole area, your whole region. For me, Southeast Michigan. Micro might be my neighborhood, my town, my zip code. So we want to know what's going on in our local marketplace. Knowing what's going on in the national market is just like knowing that the national temperature today was 72 degrees. If that's not what it was in your market, then the real estate market might be different also. Again, remember in California, it might take you 2 houses, in downtown Detroit, 350 houses to make the same amount of money. Right? So you want to know what's going on in your local market. Who knows what's going on in their market? Does anybody know what the average days on market is in your market? How long it's taking homes to sell in your local, hyper local market?
How do we find that out?
Your MLS.
Okay. Thank you.
Showing time stats through your MLS. I think most everybody has that. You can see average days on market and you could drill down to not neighborhood subdivision. RPR will tell you by neighborhood, but showing time will tell you zip code, school district, city, whole MLS, county. Yeah, your local board. But it's also in showing time in your MLS. Angie, where are you that it's still 2 days?
Germantown,
Pennsylvania?
Wisconsin.
Okay, well, you said that like we all know.
Oh, sorry.
We're all from all over I'm in Michigan.
I saw several
We have some Canadians. They don't know. Canadians.
I saw several Milwaukee's on there, so I just assumed.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's incredible. Good for you.
Yeah, our plug-in truck came out to. It said it was like 2 to 3 days this week, this month. So
Erica also thought it sounded very Pennsylvania, Germantown. So listen, okay. Yeah, okay. Under contract. My listing went under contract in 1 day. Susie, you priced it right. That's what we just learned. You priced it right. Okay, Ashley.
I'm doing an open house on the weekend. It's been on the market for 52 days.
I don't want to hear that. I don't like it. Listen, I have a listing that I took that went live on Friday. When I tell you we had 0 showings up until, I don't know, 4 hours ago today. You guys, the market is shifting, but we have to know. Sean, I know. You know, I know. Okay. In my defense, I'm going to do it. In my defense, when I first spoke with them, it was 3 months ago. Our market shifted that fast. The solds are justifying my list price. The actives and pendings are not, in fact, justifying my list price. It's about a 10 to 15% difference, almost 20% in some spots.
I can tell you the inventory in my community's gone up 150% in the last 30 days.
Condo market in Florida, 12 months of inventory, y'all.
Oh yeah. South Florida's crazy. I have friends
Southeast
down
Florida.
there. Yeah.
12 months of inventory in the condo market. Single family is about 7
We
months.
went from 3 weeks of inventory to 2 months of inventory in a month.
That's what happened to my listing. They should have put it on. They want to be in the house until the first week of December. So,
Well, I'm in the same market as you, so we're in the same boat.
oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's okay. Listen, we survived. Me and you survived the recession, so we'll be fine. Okay. Y'all have to know your numbers and don't be chasing the market like I am with this listing. Bradenton, Florida, 5 to 6 months. See, that's why I said Southeast Florida is about 7 months. Southeast Florida, the better coast. The East Coast is about 7 months. So Tampa is like really ugly right now with single family. Okay, there's 3 types of real estate market: a buyer's market, a balanced market, and a seller's market. Guess what? Other than Florida, all these numbers that I'm saying, well, you're not saying months of inventory. A lot of our markets are still considered sellers markets. In theory, it doesn't feel like it. Here's an example that I'll use though. You know, when you're driving down the highway and you're in your zone, you got your music going, and all of a sudden you look down and you're going 95 miles an hour. And then you're like, 75 mile an hour speed limit. And you slow down to 79, 84 miles an hour. Does it feel like you're still going really fast? Because you are. It feels like you're going much slower, because when you're going really fast and you slow down even just a little bit, it feels very dramatic. So I think right now the shift that we're seeing is easing us into a balanced market, and some markets are seeing a buyer's market, but it isn't ease. It just feels different. For those of you who were selling real estate in 2021 and 2022, it feels like a whole different planet, right? Yep, Chrissy's doing 95. You probably need to be in that, slow down to 60. And it'll feel sad. Yeah. Okay. So inventory, this is what Sean and I were talking about, months of inventory. It's a number of properties for sale within inventory, not months of inventory. Inventory is the number of properties for sale within a market. So what's the inventory in your market? What's the average number of days a home stays on the market? What is the average price a home sells for in your market? So based on that inventory, what type of market are you in? And you can figure out the months of inventory in showing time or your board. The idea is how many months it would take for every house in your market to sell if no new listings came on the market. And quick, somebody can either shout it out or put in the chat how to do the math. I don't know. I just know where to find it. There's you divide something. Number of houses for sale divided by the number of houses that sold. I don't know, some such thing. But your MLS, your board showing time, they will also tell you your days on your average months of, or your current months of inventory. Some parts of our area where I am in the suburbs of Detroit, I'm 45 minutes, 30 minutes north of Ann Arbor, 45 minutes northwest of Detroit. And so we're very suburban over here, and we're still like less than 3 months of inventory. My school district is less than 2 months of inventory, but tell you what, market's slowing down. Slowing down. Days on market is up. So listen, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just saying the agents that got their license, in my experience, in 2010 have succeeded at a really high level. Being in a more balanced market, buyer balance and sellers. Being in a more balanced market is the way to be, man. It's a healthier market. People can, right now, how many of you were working with buyers in 2021? How many offers did you have to write in 2021? And how many children did they have to give away in 2021 to buy a house, right? Now the buyers can look, they can think about it. Ashley, you got it. Listen, Ashley, I'm not trying to scare you. Like I said, this is it. This is your time to thrive. This is it. Your buyers are going to be able to find a house. They're going to be able to think about it. They're going to be able to negotiate.
Ashley, in the last shift, they stole 4 million houses sold in the United States. So you're fine.
Yeah.
This is a great chance for you to gain market share. So don't worry about it. You're in the right place.
Exactly. And here's what I will also say. Go to your MLS.
I'm in Canada though, but thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Go to your MLS. You have some sort of MLS in Canada? They have that there? Is it the Moose listing service? I don't know. Yeah.
We have Matrix.
Okay. Yeah. You didn't hear the Moose part. I said Moose. Actually, the
Okay,
Moose
I
listing
get it.
service.
Sorry.
Okay.
I do.
Matrix, whatever. Okay. We have Matrix too. Okay. Well, we have Flex, but I don't know. Florida has Matrix. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, I prefer this market over 2021, 1,000%. Okay. Go to your MLS. Look at how many houses sold in the last 7 days. And then tell me how many houses did you have to sell in the last 7 days? Or was your goal to sell? Was there at least that number of houses sold in the last 7 days? If the answer is yes, you're good to go. There's enough business for you. There's not enough business for every agent. There wasn't in 2021 either. There's enough business for you. I promise. It's not about just having more conversations. It's about having more conversations that count. Phil M. Jones. Just have conversations. Do what you love and be purposeful. Chassis, you got this too. Y'all, I'm so excited for you guys that are brand new because you do not have to go through any of that mess. That was chaotic. That was stressful. This is fun. This is so your buyers can be able to buy houses. That's so fun. That's the best. When you're well, listen, I like to be listing focused, but when you get a great buyer for your listing, it's incredible. When you're able to help your sellers get to where they need to go, it's incredible. You have so much opportunity in this market. So be grateful for that. Okay, economic plays an important role in an agent's understanding of the market. Sean's calling y'all out. So Ashley, you got to put in the work is what he said. I said, you got this. I believe in you. Sean thinks you have to work really hard. So, okay. Economic factors also play an important role in an agent's understanding of the market. What is the unemployment rate in your market? These are things we have to know. Gary Keller says we need to be the local economist of choice. So you have to know what's going on in your local market. You have to know. Now, I'm in the Detroit Metro. We know all about the car industry. We know all about the UAW. That's the union. And do you have unions in Canada? That's a union, the auto industry, United Auto Workers. Learn more about that since moving to Detroit than I ever thought I would ever need to know. The big three: Ford, GM. What's the other one? Chrysler? No, GM and Chrysler are the same. A bad Michigander. Oh, I know. I'm fired. I'm fired from Michigan. Okay, anyways, but I'm just saying, when GM had a big round of layoffs, everybody knew about it. So that's all I'm saying. Know what's going on in your local market. Know what's going on. If you have a giant hospital system being built, know what is happening, right? Then there's going to be a big influx of people. Right. So know what's going on in your local market. How do you know that? You know that by watching, don't watch your local news, probably not national. Because again, real estate is local. And read I was going to say read the newspaper, read the internet. You guys, I'm aging myself and it's getting late. So again, be the local economist of choice. Know what's going on in your market. Ashley said, in the last 7 days in my region, 66 residential properties have gone conditional, 118 are pending. What was your goal for last week? How many houses did you want to put under contract? Was it 184?
No, I honestly, being 2 months in, I would have been happy if I got one listing under contract right now, to be honest.
So today we learned there's enough business for you. You just got to go find it. Sean would say you have to talk to enough people to find that business.
Yeah, I went and door knocked 100 houses today.
Listen, Canadians are the best at door knocking, and it gets cold.
I have a great response to that as well, Ashley, and I appreciate the fact that you want to knock doors. I love that, and I wish I could get agents in my office to do that. But remember, what you do today is going to show up in your bank account for 30, 60, maybe even 90 days. So when I have an agent come to me saying, hey, I haven't had any closings, I don't have any money, I don't ask them what they did yesterday or last week. I ask them what they were doing 3 months ago, 2 months ago. Wouldn't you agree, Jolie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1,000%. It's a 90-day business.
I did an open house last Saturday, and I got a lead. They're a few months down, but I actually signed first-time home buyers from it.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible. They will probably, well, in the US with mortgages and stuff like that, it's about 90 days. And turnaround time from when you meet a new buyer or seller, just because of prep time or looking or pre-approval time and all that stuff. So know that the work you're doing now, the work you're doing in the month of September could set you up for a great Christmas or a great first of the year. Yeah. September is real. If you want to have a great Christmas, September is the month, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Thanks, Anthony. Somebody asked real quick, somebody asked in the chat, where do we find out our local interest rates in your market? So interest rates in the United States, I don't know if you're in America or Canada or whatever, interest rates in the United States are set by the Federal Reserve. So it's actually national. Connect with your preferred lender. That's what I will say. Okay. Like, you guys' names, Lakaya?
Lakaya.
Okay, I got it. Okay. What's up?
I just had a quick question about open houses. I'm about to host my first open house in a few weeks. I wanted to know, what do you think? Because I shadowed an open house and I seen that the agent had some papers out for the buyers. What do you think I should? What do you think I should bring when I do my open house? Like, what type of information I should have?
Goodness. Okay. Well, we are limited on time here. I would say go to KW Connect and search for Open House Playbook. Okay. That's going to give you a good overview of how to do an open house and connect with maybe your team leader or productivity coach in your office to kind of go through. But I mean, there's a number of directions you can go with stuff like that. I would definitely have local, other listings in the area. I'm trying to think just quickly, other listings in the area, so that way you can know what's going on. I don't like a lot of paper these days. I figured out a hack by accident because I left my flyers at home and my sign-in sheet. And welcome back, Chrissy. If people want the flyer, I only quickly printed out one as I was running because I had left my flyers at my office, at home, a whole thing. And I was like, you know what? And we had really bad internet and I had a QR code. And then people wanted the flyer and I said, I'll text you. It was incredible. I got so many cell phone numbers. So I'm just going to say that was a hack. But yeah, definitely connect with your team leader or a productivity coach or a super, super, super experienced agent that loves open houses in your office. Okay. Oops, I skipped and then we went. Okay. So there's 4 steps you can take to being the expert in your market. So you want to learn the market, learn your clientele, listen to individuals, and keep the headlines in context. Remember when I said watch news and I was like, well, maybe not, right? We want to know what's going on because what's on the news or on the internet is big. Oh my God, sky is falling, danger. It's amazing. All this big stuff, right? But that doesn't mean what's going on in your zip code. There's some great comments in the chat, by the way. I want to bring for your open house. Okay, so there's a thing, they don't talk about it so much in the offices these days, but the lore, the language of real estate. You can get your lore report from your MCA or your team leader, and that's really going to tell you what's going on in your market, in your market center, what business you're, and if you're a brand new agent, use your market center numbers to talk about how many listings have you taken. I like to say we a lot. When we relocated to Michigan, I use my office's numbers. We just listed a house around the corner. They're part of we. Yeah, go to your team. Listen, God forbid, Sean, God forbid they showed up for meetings. Team meeting is good. If you're going to attend anything, your team meeting is where you're going to learn about all this stuff. You're learning about new listings, buyer and seller needs, great things that are going on. A lot of times there's a vendor and they bring food. Show up to your team meetings. If your team meetings does Zoom as well as in person, the Zoom participants don't get the snacks. We had bagels and cream cheese from Panera today, and we had 8 people on Zoom that didn't get any. I know, dual career, I get it. I'm gonna honor that, and all that, but still. Anyways, team meetings are great. That's what I said, Anne. You get food if you go in person. So, maybe once a month, if you're dual career, try to make it in for a team meeting. Double check the agenda and make sure there's going to be food. And Bertina, I'm very sorry about that. Is there a vending machine? Okay. Okay. That's so sad. Okay. Know your business. Notice changes over time in your personal business. So for those that have had listen, I'm just telling you, I went on this listing appointment 3 months ago. The prices changed from 3 months ago to today, this past weekend when we put it on the market. I am very sad about that, but I can tell you what changed. When we went through the recession at the beginning, you could feel it coming. Tell you what, you could feel it coming. And Gary Keller said the shift was coming. He said that in February, a year and a half ago, that the shift was coming. Not this last February, what do you call it? The February before that. That's not last February, but the February before that, he said the shift is coming. And we're like, what are you talking about, friend? This market is crazy. Listen to Gary. That's what I say. Listen to Gary. I mean, the man's a billionaire in the world of real estate. I think he knows something. Okay, learn who your clients are. Phil Jones said at Mega Camp, this last Mega Camp, you know what, if y'all can attend these big conferences, I know they're expensive, but man, the knowledge and connections you make at these conferences are incredible. Mega Camp's my favorite because it's smaller. But I'll just say that. But anyways, they're incredible opportunities. Phil Jones said to do your 3x3. Figure out who your ideal clients are and create a missing persons report for that client. We always need to move, and the majority need help. They all need help. In the majority, they all need help. First of all, but Phil Jones says to create a missing persons report for your ideal client. So know who they are, where they live, what they like to do for fun, where they work, where their kids go to school. Learn all of that stuff, and then you'll be able to connect on a deeper level. Does this market benefit your ideal clients? Does it put them at risk? And then we want to listen to people on the ground. Take a grassroots approach, it says here, right? Charles is in the military. I get told all the time that is the market I need to go after, but I don't know how. Are you in a military town? Do you have a base nearby? You don't have to. That helps. What I would do, now this is me. Easy peasy, friend, easy peasy. I would start a Facebook group. Like I said, I have a mom's group with over 3,000 members. So I would start a Facebook group, or you can go to networking events. Find a lender in your market that is incredible with VA loans. I don't know if Jason is licensed over there, but my VA, again, email me and I will send you my VA lender who's incredible. Find a really great, obviously, ideally find a local lender, but Jason Sprague here is incredible. But find a local VA lender, ask your team leader who's an amazing lender, and have them co-host workshops with you. That would be great. Talk about the ins and outs of VA financing, which, by the way, how many are we on here? I'm going to say it to everybody in this room. There's 219 of us. Y'all, the VA loan product is an incredible loan product. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It is not difficult. It is not challenging if you know what you're doing and you know what you're looking for. And they earn those benefits. I'm going to get up on my little soapbox. I work with a lot of VA clients. They earned those benefits. Yes, they're financing 100%. No, that doesn't mean they have no money. They earn their benefits. They're incredible. Thank you, Charles, for your service. I forgot to say that. But listen, VA loans are incredible products. They get great rates. They're zero down. They earn that business, or they earn that loan. Help them get their house. That's all I say. I had one where I was arguing with the underwriter over repairs that the underwriter or the appraiser said needed to be done, but it was February in Michigan and it was tuck pointing on a chimney. If anybody knows about that, that's concrete. And they wanted the tuck pointing repaired. We couldn't find a company out there to do it because they wouldn't guarantee the service because it won't cure in the middle of February in Michigan. With the conversations I had through the processor to the underwriter, I was like, listen, are we looking to help a veteran be in a safe house, or are we looking for our veteran to be homeless? You choose. We got the money escrowed. So you can win VA. Okay. Anywho, soapbox done. Okay, keep the headlines in context, right? Read past the headlines, know your local numbers. I'm going to skip past that. Okay, KW, the app, this is going to be a little outdated. So I'm going to kind of skip through some of this because it doesn't look the same. But your command app on your phone will show you a little bit about what's going on. There's the website, the public facing website has guides. Does it still have guides? I feel like it does. Yeah, join the KW military group. That's an excellent group. The community, KW military community. Tons of resources there, I'm sure. But anyways, your command app, you can get local market snapshots still. There's lots of things that you can do with your command app. Command itself. See, this is like selling. This is going back to really old. So to find the KW app, go to your app store and search for Keller Williams Real Estate. And then you'll see it. And on, I don't know what it looks like on an iPhone. I mean, on an Android, but on my iPhone, it's the red one, and I'm blurred background, but it's red. And the one that's a white background is red letters. That's a consumer facing web app. What I would suggest is get the consumer app, log in, create a login with a different email other than your work email, and set yourself up with an account. So that way you see what the consumer sees. That's my pro tip there. It's the same on Android. Okay, thanks.
Trying to join. I'm sorry. I'm already here, just using my computer.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know, because I'm like, people keep coming in the room. I keep having to approve people. Okay, that's okay. We already talked about the daily success systems. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to recap. We're coming in the end. I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. Okay. With all the cluster at the beginning. Okay. So you want to know your market. You want to know what type of market you are in, the inventory in your market, your interest rates and lenders, right? Overall, like 30-year fixed, FHA. What down payment assistance programs are available in your local market? My lender just told me that he's got $800,000 to in grant money for Wayne County, that they have to use it or lose it. I was like, let's do a workshop. I was like, I smell a workshop. We're going to go give away some money. Economic factors, other market factors, know what's going on in your local market, right? And learn who lives there, who wants to live there, where are they coming from? You can go into Command and you can look at the referrals tab on Command. And then there's a place to get with your tech trainer, because I'm going off the top of my head. But there is a way to see the moving trends, and you can see where people are moving to and from your local market. That's pretty interesting. Okay. And then success systems. So we talked about this 10, 10, 10. Oops. TCPA. So I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. This is called an affirmation. Screenshot it. It's in your workbook. Put it on your mirror in your bathroom. Will I be sending out the additional slides? I don't know. Okay. Full disclosure, all this information is in KW Connect. So I'm not excited to send them out to everybody. There's 210 of you right now on the thing. Go to KW Connect and search for Ignite 2.0. So go to Command, Connect tab, search Ignite. You will find Ignite, or you can do Ignite slides maybe. Oh, the additional slides are in session 3 of the workbook. Okay, they're there. But go to KW Connect or Connecting Command and search for Ignite. You can find all the information. The whole thing is in there. See where Command referrals tab, and it's somewhere in there. I haven't looked at it in a really long time. Get with your tech trainer in your office or your regional tech trainer, or go to answers.kw.com and search for referral trends, maybe. Do we have a tech trainer on the call? It's in there somewhere, but it'll show you a little, like map thing. Let me see if I can find it real fast, and then I will show you. Let's see if I can find it. Oops. I don't know. All right, let's share while I'm looking. Let's share some ahas and takeaways.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, it's Natasha.
All right. Hi, welcome.
Audio issues earlier. Sorry.
Welcome to the chat. What's
Big
up?
For me is going to be just accountability, just holding myself accountable.
Yeah.
Really get it. Just even these bits and pieces you say do from homework. I got to make sure I'm doing those because I'm excited. Oh yeah, I'm also a new agent. Licensed in July and signed to my KW Market Center as of August. I want a listing or bio, preferably a listing, but whatever comes to me, I'm willing to anyone.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Excellent. Okay. Listen, do it. That, like I said earlier, I know I'm throwing it and like interest rates are, listen, did you know that the average interest rate over the last 50 years is something like 6.88 or 7.2? We're there, y'all. It's the average interest rate in America. In America, Ashley, I'm talking about America. I don't know about Canada. Listen, you can go and you can look at Gary Keller's vision speech slides from Family Reunion this past February. You can find it from every Family Reunion since they've been uploading it to Connect. Go to Connect in Command and look for Gary Keller's vision speech. I print that out every time and bind it. I laminate and bind it. You can go to Staples and they'll do it for you, or FedEx. We have some sort of coupon code or whatever, discount card or something with both of them. But laminate and bind. Listen, my mother's been licensed since the 70s. She was selling real estate when interest rates were 18%. I'm taking my 6.875 or whatever it is. Oh, here we go. James figured it out. Command referrals map referral patterns. Okay, James for the win. Do
Nothing's
that.
showing up in my Connect. I'm just saying.
What?
Maybe I'm too new.
What are you doing? No, it's all
You
there.
said go to command and then go to connect to
Yeah,
go
so
and then go to ignite.
no,
Oh,
hold
no.
on.
Okay.
Let me shrink this. Let me show you. Okay, I'm only sharing one tab at a time because you would be scared otherwise. So go to command and then click, oh wait, let's find this thing that he found. Okay, go. What do you say to do?
So go to command.
No, wait, go to command referrals map, which I'm on. Referral patterns. Where's referral patterns? Anybody see that on here? I don't see referral patterns. Search map? No, I don't know. Oh, referral patterns. Here it is. Referral patterns. There you go.
Command. Okay. And then go to
This is
referral.
starting from Texas. So I'm going to start from
Is this
West.
for ignite?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
that's what I was looking for the ignite.
West. Okay, I'm gonna do that next. But no patterns. Okay. Oh, because I'm at you have to do your market center location because that's what it's tracking. It's tracking closings from within your market centers, the market centers in your area. So this is where people are coming from or moving to.
Oh,
Yeah, I can zoom in and I can see obviously there's a lot of people going
that's really
up
cool.
north is like what we call it. It's all one word, UPNORTH. As up north is Traverse City. This is called the UP. See, look,
To do
this
map.
is where I live. This is where I live, and this is Canada. See, we're north.
Okay.
I mean, this is Canada too, but this is where the bridge is.
Oh, that's so good.
And where it says this Detroit button, I live on that red dot to the left, and the bridge is in the Detroit bubble. Okay, so that's the referral patterns. Okay, but connect, this is how we're going to find Ignite. Connect. So I'm giving you guys a hack for the whole series.
Yes, hold on.
Keller Williams is an open book. Don't just go and hack this and don't attend Ignite.
Well, some days I'd be at work, so this helps.
So we're going to search Ignite in learning. That's going to be faster. Then you're going to see Ignite. Then you're going to scroll down and you can see all the stuff for Ignite. Oh, here's the stuff. But again, attend the classes, you guys, attend the classes. Because you're going to hear perspectives like there's other leaders from all over the country that are teaching.
Hey, Jolie.
Yes.
Do you mind doing that? You
The
guys
referral?
mentioned the open house while you were in Connect.
Oh,
Where'd
yeah.
you go?
Open house playbook.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's open house playbook.
Okay. I'll
Version
put
6.
something.
Let's go with version 6, the newest one. And then you see open house playbook from 2020. Oh, and then if you do open house playbook, you're going to get all these like one sheets. Aaron's
Got
open
it.
house system.
You're learning too?
No, I just clicked on version. I started typing open house playbook because I knew it was called a playbook. And then I was like, version 6 sounds like it's the newest one.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, that's how I think. So KW Open House that was open house was about the NAR changes for how to host a virtual open house. That was during COVID, y'all. We were doing virtual opens a lot. That was annoying. I'm just saying in person is better. Open house photography. Okay. So many things, but this is a playbook. And then these are one pagers. Okay.
There's literally nothing coming up online.
You're in Connect. You have the same Connect. You're
Yeah.
not holding anything back. It's the interweb. Intranet. So thanks, April, for popping on. All right. Anybody else have any questions, ahas, takeaways? What are you going to implement? I heard tracking. I heard accountability. And who are you not using as your accountability partner? Who remembers? Who is not your accountability partner?
Myself.
That's right. Go find an accountability partner that is not yourself. So I mean, yeah, your spouse should not really be your accountability partner unless your spouse is a sales coach and trainer who shares an office wall with you at home and has opportunities for growth after you making your lead gen calls. But anyways, okay. Anybody else have any questions, thoughts, ahas before we end the night 7 minutes late? I'm so impressed. And, you know, I was trying not to whiz through that last part, but I mean, there was a lot of it that if I was clicking through, it's because there was a lot of stuff that was repeated, like the success things and all that, daily success. But I promise, do the work, connect with people, 10 conversations, 10 conversations a day, add 10 people to your database, try to get up to 201 plus. Right? Attend your team meetings. Oh no, Chrissy, I'm sorry. You can talk to the person who invited you here, and you should be able to get the recording. And if you can't, I'm very sorry if I spoke out of turn, but I know that it's recording. So
Question. If the learning stuff is not working on mine, should I just tell the person in the office so they can fix that for me?
Yeah, your tech trainer. I mean, there's nothing to fix. It's the internet. It's the
it's the internet. Oh.
No, I mean, it's the intranet. It's a KW intranet. So you're not restricted. You know what I mean? Like there's no levels of access. Well, except for regular Connect, there's a leadership hub. That would be the only thing.
Okay.
You could also
I put in the open house thing and I put in Ignite and none of them came up. It said 0, 0, 0.
Are you hitting enter or what are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, do this and wait. Don't click enter, just wait and see if anything pops up.
I'll do the open house.
Daniela, where are you that it's 2 a.m.?
No, yeah, where is she?
How many hours is that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. You're in England or Europe?
I'm in New Berlin.
Wow. Is there Keller Williams in Berlin?
We are in 65
No,
countries.
New Berlin, Wisconsin.
New Berlin. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I just found out there was one in Jamaica. That's where I'm from.
65. Sean, correct me. 60. Who knows? Susie? 65 countries, 35 countries is a lot. We're in a lot of countries. Latrina.
I had a question. I just started a week ago and I wanted to know how to access the MLS, or is there a video?
Ooh, okay. Your MLS is local. So did you join a board of realtors?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Talk to your team leader or market center administrator.
Okay, thank you.
I just signed up for mine today. So I had to sign up for GCAR, which is in my area. And then after they approve you and send an email, then you can apply for MLS, but then they have to approve and then send it to your brokerage.
It's a whole thing.
So I need to go in the office is what it sounds like.
Well, go in, ask what the process is. They should have given you some sort of, I feel like they should have told you what to do next. They may have, and you may have just they may have given you a lot of information and your brain's going like that. So just ask. Yeah. But the MLS is local. It's local to your market. Each one is different. Each MLS is locally, is independently owned and operated. So we have to put on our signs. Yes. And that each MLS is going to have their own trainings and stuff. And they have like help files, recording videos, all kinds of stuff. All right. Who was it? Heidi? Who was asking about Ignite not showing up?
Yeah,
Is it working now? No. Okay, go to your tech trainer.
Yeah.
You can go to regular KW Connect and search, but it's much more convoluted, I feel like.
Okay.
You use your KW login 6.0.
And
Like
earlier you said I could email you about scripts or where scripts are being taught.
Yes.
Yes, both.
Where scripts and role plays are being done on Zoom. Yeah, see, it's not even
Okay.
telling me this. The KW Connect is confusing. go to training. I don't know. And get with your tech trainer.
Okay, I will.
Again, technology is my friend and I don't like math.
I don't like math either.
All right. But okay. All right. Anything else from anybody? Thanks for hanging on to the end, y'all. I appreciate it. All right. Good.
Thank you.
Stop the recording.